We had a request to pull our slot outs in on the battery and see what kind of amperage we were getting off of that, which we thought was a fantastic idea. Chutaka buffa? Chutaka buffa? Chutaka buffa?
I'll throw it at you first, and then you can throw it at me as hard as you can, and we'll see. We'll just kind of go back and forth and see who wins.
Well, this was a tough one. We're very crooked and we don't care. Good morning, friends. It is travel day. We are leaving Abbeville, Louisiana, headed to Biloxi, Mississippi, but we have an important task this morning.
We got to talking to our neighbors last night in that rig over there. We actually met them the first night we were here, but we were just kind of chatting a little bit last night as I was breaking down, and they reminded us of two places we're supposed to go get some food for the road. So we're gonna go try to grab some boudin and some chicken syrup sausage.
Some boudin balls.
Boudin balls.
Some, it's a list. We'll have to figure it out.
So we were planning on actually being gone about 8 o'clock. It's 7:40 and we're going to get food, so.
Oh, I need to go get my phone. I have the list on my phone. I'll be back. Cody, we've already unintentionally lied to the audience and we're barely into this video. In the last video, we said no more food, so I promise this is it. But this is important. These are things that you can't get anywhere else, or at least get the right stuff.
Maybe you can, but it's probably not going to be fresh. You know, you could probably have it flown in on dry ice and stuff like that, but it's always better to get it local. You
get stuff from here. First stop, Bourbon Street Deli, which is actually the Exxon.
This is a happening little spot. I came over here to get gas last night and had to fight for a place to get in, and this morning it is no better.
I think we know why. So when a local tells you to do something, you do it. We've said that. Day one, someone told us, go get chicken cracklins. If you don't know what a cracklin is, it's similar to a pork rind, but it's heavier and thicker and
usually more crunchy.
Something we've never really been a huge fan of. They're kind of greasy and it just wasn't our thing. But we were told, no, chicken cracklins are different. And I thought, okay, I don't think we're gonna try that one. Then we were told again, and then we were told again, so we tried them. Cody they're almost gone. They're not cheap.
They are not cheap. That little bag was like $8, but if I had it to do over, I'd have got 4 or 5 of those little bags.
So it's basically like little mini chicken tenders that have some crunch to them with seasoning on them. That's the best way I can think to describe them.
They're incredible.
So good.
And for the road, we got a box of boudin balls we can cook up. This stuff isn't cheap. The boudin balls are like 25 bucks, but it's worth it, man. Buy local food, spend a little more, because it's good eating. Oh, but we got one more stop to make. We've already been here once for meat. I thought it was Richard's.
No, we've been there twice for meat. I don't want to show my face again in there. That guy's probably like, get this lady out of here.
So we were calling it Richard's. Turns out it's Richard's, kind of like I was sharing last night with John and his wife that we went and ate at Pre-Jeans, which is the other lie we told to y'all.
Nowhere close.
And he goes, no, please don't say it that way. It's Pre-Jeans. Is that how he said it? John, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I probably butchered it again.
We tried a few things last night, and I still don't remember how to say them.
We just kind of played teach us how to say something.
I told you I've been working on my Cajun, and I'm not doing very well.
You didn't work hard enough.
Last stop at Richard's for more sausage.
Not Richard's.
And hog head cheese, which we're not completely sure what that is yet. It used to be something that was made with the head of the hog.
Yep. Basically what they said is they would, if I get it right, what John told me is they used to boil the head of the hog, and then everything that came out was hog head cheese, and you dip cracklins in it. Well, the FDA kind of put a stop to that because of the brain matter and stuff like that. So they make it to where it tastes like it used to, but it's nothing gross, I guess.
It's not with the head.
Yeah.
It looks gross. But we're gonna try it.
We're gonna try it. All right, so here it goes with the hog head cheese. It kind of looks like tuna. A little bit. I think you're supposed to dip cracklings in it, but we ate all the cracklings.
It's like a pork stuffing, almost.
It's almost the consistency of tuna. I don't like the texture of it.
The flavor's okay. Incredible. Would I go seek it out? Probably not, but that's really good. That'd be good on crackers. I have crackers.
There you go.
It would be good on crackers.
Road trip food.
Okay. We gotta go.
Now we gotta go. I'm done with all the stuff outside. I don't know what you're doing in here, but
I'm ready.
I've just been sitting outside waiting on her.
We had a request to pull our slide outs in on the battery and see what kind of amperage we were getting off of that, which we thought was a fantastic idea. We've already pulled the bedroom Schwintek in, but we're gonna pop these other two in and see what we're looking at.
And that goes to 20.5, so about 11 amps when we pulled the main slides in. It surged to about 20 amps a draw when we were pulling that in, and then once it got it moving, it went down to about 13. Takes a lot to pull these slides in now.
Well, there you have it. It's a lot. I dropped my banana. A little bit of rocks on the side.
Are you gonna drive? Are you gonna drive today? Maybe I'll just sleep in the back seat and let her do it. You wanna do it? You can take care of this? So we took 90. If you've driven on I-10 at all, you know it's rough. I don't know how the truck and trailer have held together, and you know, who knows what broke in the back, but we jumped on US 90 and it had some rough spots, but overall it was a lot smoother. Traffic wasn't bad at all. You know, it took us straight to the bypass so we could go around New Orleans and bypass all that traffic, and then we ended up getting back on 10 shortly before getting into Mississippi. But this has been a breeze compared to last time. I think we had like a 2-hour delay due to traffic the last time we came to Biloxi. If you're coming out of western Louisiana, going to Biloxi or something like that, think about taking that US 90 bypass. It's a pretty good choice.
And it only showed, what, like 20 minutes
20 extra
more?
minutes, and worth it.
And if you get stuck in traffic, you'll make that up, no problem.
Yeah.
So thank you, John. This has been a fantastic travel day so far. We've got about 15 minutes to our destination.
We're almost there. I'm excited to be back in Biloxi. I love it down here. If you didn't see our last video for Biloxi, we are not going back to the same campground. So we're keeping our word. We said we're never going back to that campground, and we're not. So I think Ange has us a much nicer place dialed up this time.
Let's play How Do You Say This Word?
You can keep yourself busy all day long trying to figure out how to say stuff.
I thought Oklahoma was tough with all those Native American names.
It is.
Louisiana. Man. You got to use some of the letters that you're using. Chutakabuffa.
River.
Chutakabuffa. Chutakabuffa? Chutakabuffa. Chutakabuffa?
None of it sounds right.
Thankfully we sit up high, but if you sit real low to the ground,
Those tracks are...
train track getting here could be an issue.
I even had an alert on Garmin that said risk of grounding possible, and it showed a little RV hung up on
At the end of the street, turn left.
what appeared to be a set of train tracks. but we set up pretty high and I wasn't too worried about it. Just go slow. You never know how much you're going to bounce. And if you're going to drag, better to drag slow than to drag fast, I guess.
Well, this was a tough one, and it took us a while. Very, very tight. We're here, we're very crooked, and we don't care. We're gonna eat a bite and settle in for the day. One of the main goals we had this week was to wear the dogs out. Eris, they need it. Charlie comes for the sun. Eris comes to dig in the sand and to see how dirty she can get. We come for the sun and the peace, but we're gonna have to find another non-friendly beach to find that.
Yeah, going to the beach with dogs is not always peaceful and relaxing. You kind of have to be on, but it's good for them to get some exercise. And
yeah,
she's a natural born digger, so she's in her element.
They'll sleep for 5 days straight. You want it, Charlie?
Charlie's just an observer. He really doesn't want to do anything. He just kind of wants to hang out in the sunshine, but occasionally he'll pretend that he wants to catch the ball, and I can tell Eris to stay, and she will through great protest, and he'll just kind of run at it and then just divert at the last second.
He ran like a solid 20 feet past it a while ago, just kept going.
Watch. I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna have her stay. He's all excited. Stay. Stay.
Oh, he's gonna get it this time. Oh, Charlie. He's a curmudgeon.
Beautiful morning here in Biloxi, Mississippi. We had a great first day yesterday. Cooked some nice bacon and burgers on the grill last night. Just an awesome first day. But you know what's not awesome? My truck. This thing is disgusting. I tried a couple of automatic car washes yesterday here in town, and neither of them were tall enough to get my truck under. So we're just gonna give it a dry bath with the good old wash and wax off from Aero Cosmetics. I'll put a link to this stuff in the description. I've talked about it a lot, but I use it on everything: the boat, the camper, the jet skis, the electric bikes. everything, it does a really good job. The trick is when your truck's dirty, you want to use a lot of rags because you don't want to grind that dirt and that grit into the paint. So we'll be using a lot of rags today. Be using some stage 2 rags to get the initial grit off and some new fresh stage 1 rags to finish the job. When we're all finished up with that, I'll hand wash those and let them air dry so they don't get any of those little lint balls in them. It's a lot of work to keep all this stuff clean, but don't tell Ange I kind of like doing it. Let's get to work.
It's a nice view, isn't it? It's a great way to enjoy my breakfast salad.
This almost got cut short. I ran out of washing wax all. Luckily, if you check them out, I buy it on Amazon, you can get a gallon of their cleaner and a 16-ounce spray bottle and some awesome rags for like 30, 35 bucks, something like that. But when I was at the Grand Design Show, I went to their tent and they sell it in concentrate now, so you don't have to carry around those big gallon jugs. I'm gonna mix up a little bit. Make sure to use clean tap water that's not hard or bottled water so you don't get spots on your truck. I've been using this for a minute, as you can tell. This stuff's pretty awesome, so I'm gonna mix some more up, get back at it. Don't forget, if you guys are looking to step up your detail game, I'm gonna put links to all this stuff in the description, and it's also on our Amazon store page under the maintenance section.
Oh, that was a good song. Okay, you went down. That is the most activity that we've seen in several hours. These dogs are worn out from last night, which was the goal. Waited long enough. It's time to go exploring.
It didn't take me that long to get the truck cleaned up. I'm excited because when we get back, we've got steaks defrosting for the grill tonight.
The lighthouse that we just passed was erected in 1848, and it was one of the first cast iron lighthouses in the South. There you go. Look, you learned something already, and it's not even new.
Today. I also learned that if you put your bag of trash against the back glass of your Super Duty, it probably won't blow off because that guy is still rocking.
Still flying.
Somebody didn't sing the trash song.
Oh, man. Oh, Corey, don't get behind him.
I tried to honk and flash my lights at him, but he is...
Poor guy.
Been there, done that.
Been there.
Bought the t-shirt.
We don't have a huge itinerary for Biloxi. There are things to do. There are science centers and museums, good museums. There's the beach, of course. There are a lot of entertainment things you can do.
There's casinos and lots of restaurants, and good restaurants for that matter.
Mm-hmm. But sometimes we like low-key. We bounced over here to the Sandhill Crane Wildlife Refuge.
That's a mouthful.
Say
it again.
Sandhill Crane Wildlife Refuge.
Oh.
Mm. And we like these a lot of times. A lot of times they're free.
This one is.
This one is. And they have easy trails you can walk and look at nature. And we thought it'd be good for us to get out, get some fresh air. The weather's perfect. And if we see some wildlife, then it's a bonus. So that's our plan for today.
I'm not usually one to laugh when people deface things, but that's pretty funny. Somebody glued a googly eye onto the dog. That's awesome.
Only if it's good and clever. Look at that sucker.
That's a big old pine cone.
That is huge.
Lay it in your hand fly. Massive.
It's pretty spiky too. Let me throw this at you.
Throw it at you. I'll throw it at you first, and then you can throw it at me as hard as you can, and we'll see. We'll just kind of go back and forth and see who wins.
I don't like that. This quiet little bayou used to be a major traffic flow water transportation.
Oh,
in the
really?
1800s. So it was really busy, and then of course things evolved, and now it's just this tranquil little thing.
It's pretty.
The cypress trees that you find along the waterways are rot resistant.
And termite resistant.
Yeah, pretty interesting. I didn't know that.
But the sign said that that's why a lot of the historically huge trees got cut up and milled, because people used them for boats and houses and stuff like that because of it.
Well, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
Look at us learning today. I didn't even know I was going to learn this much.
The more you know.
Let's cap it though. I can only absorb so much. Let's play How Do You Say This Word?
Let's see how
Gautier.
Let's see how
Gautier.
Gaucher.
Gautier.
Do we have the correct pronunciation of your name?
Why are you asking me? I'm asking you. It's been another great day here in Biloxi, Mississippi. Thank you guys for always tagging along with us and your support.
As you can hear, the pit boss is roaring in the background. That means I'm just about to pull these steaks off I've been looking forward to all day long, and have a little dinner. But that's going to do it for us on this episode, so we'll see you guys on the next one.
See you later.